Hey guys, I've decided to go live with Wellness Wednesday because it is Friday. And I'm sorry that it's taken so long. And my hair's crazy. I just took a shower. And so my hair is like fluffy. There's no dirt to keep it in place. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a couple of days late getting this up and decided if it's gonna get done, it's gonna have to be live. So I apologize for my tardiness. It's been a very busy week. We had Vacation Bible School this week. I've been working a lot this week, and but I'm here now. So, hi, I'm Tangie. This is Freedom Homestead. This is Wellness Wednesday. Hey girl, this is Wellness Wednesday, week 15, and oh boy, I am so excited to tell you guys about my progress this week. But before I do that, hey White Pines, before I do that, just to kind of give you a little recap in case you're new here, I am 39 years old, just turned 39 on April 23rd, and it kind of hit me hard that, hey, in a year I'm going to be 40, and I am not in very good health, not very good shape. And when I say not in good health, I meant I was overweight, tired, I had aches and pains, I was feeling older than I was. I don't have any diagnosed issues. I wasn't taking any prescription medications, but certainly was not feeling great. And so I knew I had some underlying issues that I needed to investigate. So I started my wellness journey with Weight Watchers because I've done it before. I knew that it worked, but then after really asking myself some questions, hey Sharon, I realized that what I really needed to do was to get control of my health and not my weight. If I got control of my health, my weight issues would take care of themselves. So with that, I have been doing the ketogenic diet, which is a very popular way of eating, but also it's also very unpopular with people who don't know a lot about it. There's a lot of misconceived notions about what keto is and what it does. So I've been doing that. I've been practicing intermittent fasting, and actually this week, since last Saturday, which has almost been exactly 1 week, I have been, I would say dairy-free, but mostly dairy-free. I still use ghee, which is clarified butter that has the lactose and the casein removed from it, but it still has some milk proteins that some people are definitely allergic to. I'm not allergic to dairy proteins, but I do believe after a week of being off of it that I probably have some maybe a lactose intolerance or a casein intolerance. I'm not exactly sure. So now that you're caught up to speed, I break up Wellness Wednesday in 3 bite-sized pieces. We talk about my week in review, we talk about the scale, and we talk about what I plan on doing going forward. And you guys are being so quiet. Like, there's a little bit of chat, but not a whole lot. So I hope that means that you're captivated, right? That's what it is. This week has been crazy busy, like I said before. I've been working a lot, and we also had vacation. Thanks, Shakima. And we've also had Vacation Bible School this week, so just a lot going on. And at the church that I'm a member of, we have dinner. The kitchen committee, which is made up of like 4 or 5 awesome ladies, they plan the meals and they cook the meals and they serve them before dinner, so that way any working parents, that's one less thing that they have to worry about. So they get off work, they get their kids, they bring them to church. And so that is awesome. And thankfully, I knew what the menu was ahead of time, so that way I can kind of plan accordingly now that I'm mostly dairy-free and low-carb, high-fat. So with that, hey Alicia, with that, I was able to, like I said, kind of see ahead of time what they were going to be serving. And really every single night I was able to have something that was on the menu. And so I did that. And I am in the process of filming what I eat in a week, dairy-free keto. So I'll hopefully have that up for you guys in the coming future. I can't tell you exactly when because, like I said, it's been crazy busy. But I made really good choices. and proud of myself for that. There is one day though where I kind of went a little overboard on something. It is keto friendly, but I had more than what I was originally planning. So I was out in town and I was running errands, and I was at Walmart, and I decided to see if they had any keto friendly dairy-free ice cream. Well, it turns out that Halo Top actually makes a dairy-free low carb ice cream, and it's made out of coconut milk. So I was really excited, and I grabbed one, and I got it to the car. Okay, now mind you, it was 90 degrees on this day, and I had one more stop to make before I drove 35 minutes home. So I found a spoon in my car. Hey, Bessie. I found a spoon in my car that was still in a plastic sleeve, and y'all, I got it out and I snacked on that Halo Top, and it was delicious. It was very, very creamy. It's actually creamier than a dairy-based Halo Top. So for those of you wanting to know, I thought that was pretty cool. And it was delicious, but because it was so hot, it started to melt. So instead of eating half of the pint like I had intended to, I ended up eating the whole pint in the car. So I was like, oh well, but that's okay. It was still low carb. I was over my macros that day, but no big deal. Hey, Two Wild Onions, and we got Catherine, hey. Busy Little House, hello. So happy to see all of you guys joining me. 65 pounds, that is so incredible, Karen. I love that. I love that. That is awesome. So going back to, yeah, so let's talk about the keto thing. One thing during, hey, Miss Brenda, one thing during the week, I was actually challenged a few times on keto, people telling me how bad it is for me. So if you are considering doing the ketogenic diet, making it a lifestyle, I would really encourage you, or if you have preconceived notions about the ketogenic lifestyle, that you think it's all bad, that it's bad for your kidneys, it's bad for your heart, it's not sustainable. What are some other things that I've heard? There's a myriad of things that I've heard. Do your research. I implore you to do your research. Consider the sources of the research that you're reading. I mean, truly, what's the word I'm looking for? The studies that tell you that ketogenic is bad for your kidneys, that it's bad for your heart. Those studies are actually funded by big business. Coca-Cola is one of them. So yes, absolutely do your research, and go through all different kinds of resources. Don't just look at all the people on YouTube that do the ketogenic diet. I try to, anybody that has something to gain from telling me something, I like to kind of branch out and read about it. One of the things that I heard today, or heard this week, was that it's bad for your kidneys. And this person that told me that is actually going into the medical field. Okay, that she said this was something that they had actually talked about in class, namely the ketogenic diet is bad for your kidneys. And I told her, I said, I don't know how that's possible when the ketogenic lifestyle is not, I repeat, it is not a high protein way of eating. Do people go overboard on protein? Absolutely. But that is not what ketogenic is about. It is about a high, healthy fat diet with moderate amounts of protein and low carbs. Not no carbs. There are some people that do no carbs. That is what you call the carnivore diet. But that's not what I'm about. I am not living that life. I am in the process of researching carb loading or carb cycling. I really don't feel like I can justify doing that right now. Hello, Danielle. Because I don't work out enough and I'm still feeling really good. But I know that at some point when I get to a maintenance point, when I increase my workouts, I'm probably going to want to look into increasing my carbs by eating healthy, complex carbs, like quinoa, like, I don't know, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but do your research. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay, so, oh, paleo, that's awesome. Yeah, and the ketogenic lifestyle is not for everybody. If you're an Ironman runner person, or if you do high performance, things like that, keto is probably not for you because you absolutely need more carbs than me, who I'm a homeschool mom and I work at a computer most of the day. So yeah, just do your research, do what you think is best for yourself, consider the sources. Well, thank you, Becky, that's so sweet. Definitely consider the sources of the information that you are getting. Okay, I have like 5 more minutes because I have to take my daughter to work. Okay, so that is how the week went. I worked out a couple of times and Bible school, but I did good with all of my eating except for the Halo Top ice cream in the car. So guess what the scale said? Okay, recap. Last week at my weigh-in, I was at 191.1. I started this journey at 207. Last week I was 191.1. Tomorrow marks 1 week that I have been dairy-free. This morning, you guys, 187.8. I have lost almost 4 pounds this week, and I have officially reached a 20-pound weight loss mark. So I am super pumped. I feel really good. And the reason why I've decided to go dairy-free, thank y'all so much. The reason why I decided to go dairy-free is because, again, this is not pretty, but it is what it is. I have dealt with constipation my entire life, and just basically had gotten to the point where the only way I could go to the bathroom is if I took something for it. And that's not the kind of life I want to live. To me, that just seems very dangerous. I know that colon cancer, colorectal cancer, all of those things there's a higher chance if you have chronic constipation and if you use laxatives a lot. So I don't want to be about that life. So that is why I decided to cut out dairy. And you guys, I am telling a difference. I'm able to go to the bathroom without having to take anything, or at least I have several times already this week. Sorry to have to share that, but if you suffer with that, consider what you're eating. What do I use in my coffee? Okay, since cutting out dairy, before I was using heavy whipping cream, and now I'm using coconut cream. So when you buy a can of coconut milk, get the unsweetened kind. At the very top, you'll have solids floating at the top, and that is the coconut cream. So I scoop the coconut cream off the top, and then I pour the liquid that's in the bottom. I actually have it in my freezer. In case I come up with something to use it for. But yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. It seems like I've been using dairy in just about every single course of every meal of every day of my entire life. Well, hey, Miss Jen. I've not missed it, actually. For me, I mean, I use cream and milk and cream cheese and all the cheese. But that is awesome, Miss Bessie. Goodness, I am like getting so tongue-tied. But yeah, so I've actually done really well. I've not missed it. I did join a couple of dairy-free keto groups on Facebook to get recipes and ideas. And there was a couple of people have suggested, there's a company called Kite Hill that makes cream cheese, but I don't know what it's made out of, but they say that it's really, really good. I don't know where they get it or how much it costs, but a lot of people recommended that. But yeah, most people, they replace cream with mayonnaise, believe it or not. Mayonnaise, of course, is dairy-free. It's made from oil and eggs and an acid, usually like a lemon juice or something. So yeah, it's been a good week, and I have not missed the dairy at all. Like I said, I do use ghee, but that is the only dairy-ish product that I have used, and it is lactose-free and casein-free. So yeah, so there's that. Oh, and I have also started brewing my kombucha again. I had taken a break, but I've been drinking between 6 to 10 ounces of kombucha a day, like having it with lunch or with dinner. So that has also helped a lot, I think, and and of course we're getting a lot of greens out of the garden too. Eating a lot of Swiss chard. I just harvested a cabbage yesterday, and it's beautiful. Hopefully we'll have that with dinner tonight. But anyway, so that is how the week went. I only worked out a couple of times, and I've lost almost 4 pounds, and I feel great. I feel really, really good. Well, thank you. I'm glad, Sierra. Yeah, because I don't know. It's good to talk about those things, get them out in the open. It's not always fun. Definitely not pretty, but you know, and I've actually heard, statistically speaking, women are more prone to constipation than men. And you know, and it's almost always food related. I don't know. I think sometimes we just think, well, this is just how I am. You know, this is just the way I am, and nothing's going to change it. But that's not true. We weren't meant to function that way. If things aren't moving the way they're supposed to, then something is afoot. So anyway, okay, so last part. What do I plan on doing going forward? Well, I plan on continuing dairy-free. I am thinking about toward the end of the month, because remember, I'm doing dairy-free for the whole month of June. I am thinking about toward the end of the month slowly adding maybe like goat cheese, giving that a try and see how I do with that. You know, maybe some goat milk products, just to see if I can handle it, and that I don't have any, do I have a flexible thumb or a hitchhiker's thumb? No, I don't. It's so much easier being dairy-free once you realize how much better you feel. I had to give up dairy a year ago and can tell a huge difference in how my own body works. It's really amazing how whenever you start paying attention, it's just really cool how you can tell what's good for you, what's not, and how your body reacts and all that good stuff. Okay. I do plan on increasing my workouts, which I say that every week. A guy that I go to church with, he's a CNA, and he works out because he lifts people a lot, but he helps a lot of his friends at the gym. Of course, I don't have a gym membership, but I did send him a list of what equipment I have at home. So he is actually working on a plan for me. So that's going to be fun to try and see how that works. I really want to do something that's measurable as far as progress. And yeah, I really want to strengthen my back, strengthen my knees, and of course, you know, tone up and do all that stuff. So anyway, I've got to take my daughter to work. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. If you are not aware, we have a t-shirt giving away going on. We have not ended it yet, but we are announcing a winner later today. So check back a couple of videos ago, and if you haven't already entered to win a free I Eat Local Because I Can t-shirt, then please go ahead and do that. Hopefully one of y'all will win, and that's it. So I'm gonna go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. This was so much fun. Good to hang out with you guys live once again. It's been a while. So anyway, talk to y'all later. Bye guys. You bought 2 Sharon. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. Okay. Bye you guys.